You've seen how Pug syntax works, with indentation instead of nesting, no angle brackets and no closing tags, but we need to cover a few more basics before you can create your own Pug file. In the project folder, make a new folder named Lesson02. Copy index.pug from Lesson01 to Lesson02. And change directory so your command line is in Lesson02. Make sure you're watching your Pug file. If not, the command you need is pug-w.o./P. Run that if it's not running already, and open index.pug and index.html in the Lesson2 folder in VS Code. In the simple index file we've created, we put the text contents of tags on the same line as the tags themselves. So we've got title my first Pug page and h1 my first Pug page, all on one line each time. This works as long as all the text content is short enough to fit nicely on the one line as it does here. But if we put in a line break after the tag, and the intended contents of the tag on the next line like this, h1 new line, indent my first Pug page, then when we look at the compiled HTML, we'll find that it's been mucked up. Pug thinks that the first word of the next line is an HTML tag and puts opening and closing my tags in closing first Pug page. This is an important point. Any word which comes at the very start of a line will be treated as an HTML tag. That's not what we want here. There are two ways of getting multi-line content inside a tag like this. The first way is to preface each of the lines of content with a pipe symbol, the vertical bar, which is to the left of the Z key on a UK or a US keyboard. H1 new line, indent one level, pipe, my, new line. Indent the same level and then pipe symbol, first Pug page. We can add as many lines of content as we like, as long as each one is prefaced with a pipe symbol, and now when we save that, the HTML will compile as we intend. The other method is to put a dot straight after the tag, h1 dot new line, indented one level, my, and then new line, and then at the same level of indentation first and a new line, and Pug page. This will tell Pug that everything on the next level of indentation after the h1 tag is to be nested inside it in the HTML. We can add as much text as we like now, and it will all be nested correctly. Classes are added using the same syntax as in CSS, a dot. So div.myDiv results in div class equals myDiv. For IDs, we use the hash symbol, just as in CSS. Div hash myDiv gives us div ID equals myDiv. You can also save a bit of time typing by just putting dot class name or hash ID name, and Pug will automatically create a div with that class name or ID name. To add multiple classes or IDs, just add them on in a string with no spaces, with dots or hashes as appropriate. .myDiv.red.big hash ugly gives div class equals myDiv, red, big, 3 classes, ID equals ugly. Attributes are done in Pug using round parentheses. A, and then in parentheses, href equals https www.google.com, and then after the parentheses a space and Google. So you put the link text on the same line after the Pug tag, and it will appear inside the A href tags in the HTML. To link to an external style sheet, you have to specify that it is a style sheet using the rel attribute. So link, and then in parentheses, rel equals style sheet, and then its location with href, href equals css/style.css, and close the parentheses. Data attributes are added in the same way. So div parentheses datatemp equals 28 gives us div datatemp equals 28. And IDs and classes can also be added like this. So we can put div parentheses datatemp equals 28 ID equals temp, or div hash temp parentheses datatemp equals 28. Both of these are equivalent and result in a div with a datatemp attribute of 28 and the ID temp. Now we've covered all the basics we need, and you can have a go at writing a more complete index file in Pug yourself. Instructions for your first assignment are in the next video.